We just found out that we got an accepted contract with Divvy. This is a Divvy video. Hey guys, it's Natasha with SoldByNat.com, associate broker with Virtual Properties Realty, and we just found out that we got an accepted contract with Divvy. This is a Divvy video. Guys, like, we're all so excited that we just decided to come back to the house because actually the wife and I saw this house. The husband found it, asked her to come and see it. He didn't see it in person. So now that we're in the contract, I was like, when does he want to see it? They were like, are you available tonight? And I was like, I am. And that is the benefit of having clients that are looking in your area. You can make it work. So yeah, just waiting for him to get here, and I'm going around turning on the lights. I'm so elated. And I have to tell you guys how this worked out. Oh my gosh. I got here before she did yesterday, and I felt like they were gonna like this house was gonna work for them. But I know they have a particular taste. So when she went through and she was like, I like it, I was like, okay. I just need the husband to come through and give the final confirmation, even though we're in the contract. But yeah, this is nice. This is nice. This is them. I got to give you guys the inside scoop of how we made this work. I know it sounds easy. Like, yeah, I got approved to find me a house. It wasn't easy. They lost out on some. They were getting discouraged. Okay, the baby's here. I need to go see him. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so we got hubby's approval. I thought we would. I thought we would. I was confident. There was one house that, yeah, we didn't get his approval on. Yeah, I wasn't too surprised because it had some like Cinderella thing going on, balcony thing going on. And yeah, he was just like, yeah, no. But yeah, he liked this one. They like this. Yeah, we're good. So we are good. And let me just tell you real quick why this worked. This worked because several reasons. One, when I went to reach out to the agent, I realized that I had already communicated with this agent before. This is the second time with Divvy that this has happened. In my last Divvy video that I did, if you haven't seen it, check it out here. The same thing happened with that agent. I ended up corresponding with her on not even Divvy related, just in something totally different. And she was already in my phone. So I was able to say, hey, remember me? You know, we talked about such and such. So that was the same thing here. So let that be a tip to agents. Like, you just never know when you're going to bump back into somebody in the real estate world. So don't burn bridges. Treat people respectfully. It's trying out here sometimes dealing with people. But try to end things on a good note. You know, people might push your buttons or may not deal with you in ways that are ideal, or people might rub you the wrong way, but still try to end it on a good note because you never know when they may have a listing that you may need to get in on. But that wasn't the case here. But yeah, I saw that we had communicated in the past on a listing. I think he either showed my listing or I showed his listing, and we gave each other feedback. I think he showed my listing, but whatever. So when I reached out to him, I asked if he was familiar with Divvy. I think I said it was similar to Home Partners or whatever I said, and would his seller be open to receiving an offer? He said, sure. His seller is open to all offers. He said he was familiar with Home Partners. So I was like, good, schedule a showing. We went out there. I let him know my client was interested and that I had an offer for him. I went a step further and I went ahead and I sent him, and this is a nugget for you agents, not even lease purchase related, just offer related, I went ahead with my offer. I sent him a bomb video. So when he opened my email, he had a video of me, and knowing me, I'll go ahead and include that video in there. I looked a hot mess because that day it was just supposed to be an admin day. I was ripping and running, and then my client said, hey, can we see this property? And then the day spiraled.
Hi Todd, it's Natasha here with Virtual Properties Realty. Excuse the attire, it was actually supposed to be an admin day, and then your property popped up, or my client saw it and wanted to see it, and they want to put in an offer. So I just want to tell you with Divvy.
So I sent him that video, and he ended up saying like, thank you, that was informative, and I need to do that. I'm not even going to take the credit and say I invented that, because another agent sent me an offer with a video like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try that, because in this market where we need our offers to stand out, like how do we stand out? I think that is a great way. So guys, take that little nugget. So I did that. Whew, thank goodness. So that was another reason why her offer stood out, also because of the terms. Divvy right now has this promotion where if the home is between a certain years, it's a newer home, they are waiving the inspection. That is extremely attractive, extremely attractive. So they are not asking for a due diligence period. With that, all they asked for was like a credit of like $500 and something. Oh my gosh, I think that made it so attractive. Plus, they can close within 2 weeks. So the house was vacant. So of course, to the seller, it's a cash offer. We can close within 2 weeks. They're not asking for an inspection. Heck yeah. And they're not asking for an appraisal. Like everything just lined up. That's the biggest thing I want you guys to know. Like buying a home, lease purchasing a home, like everything has to line up. So know that it's a process. And my client and I were talking about that because they were getting wary. And she said her husband had just had that conversation, like maybe this isn't the time. Maybe we need to cool off for 6 months and maybe try it later. But look, this time everything lined up because they had lost out on some. I even had an agent straight out tell me my seller is not interested in lease purchase offers because she's not knowledgeable about it. I was like, well, thank you for letting me know so I don't waste my time. But I didn't, because like I said before, you don't want to end things on a nasty note. But I let her know, listen, I have closed several and it's a cash offer for your seller. So it's something that you should look into, essentially. Or it's something that you shouldn't just, not consider. But I left it at that.
Something I want to share with you real quick. It's actually Friday night, 9:42 p.m. You guys are probably relaxing and chilling on a Friday night. I've just finished submitting offers and checking on properties to show. One of the properties is for a Divvy Lease Purchase client. And I've started, kind of checking with agents to see if, hey, are you familiar with the lease purchase program, and is you and the seller receptive receiving offers? Because in this market where it's so crazy, it's so competitive, and they're getting so many offers, like showings are booked back to back. I don't want to waste my time. Like, I do not want to waste my time. This house is, I didn't even map it, but I just know it's essentially 45 minutes away. So let's just call it an hour. So hour there, hour back for me to go show it. If my client likes it, go through the process of submitting an offer. And if they're not receptive to receiving it, essentially that's a waste of time. So it's nothing for me to go ahead and send a text message. I can even call if they'll pick up the phone, but a lot of agents don't pick up the phone. Hey, are you familiar with the Divvy program? And I have a blurb of what it is. This agent responded and she was like, yeah, we are not interested in receiving a lease purchase offer. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that up front. I'm sharing that because I want you guys to understand, yeah, I got approved for this lease purchase program and I can go out there and find a house. You need to understand how it works. You need to understand how to actually get into a house. And I talked to another agent this week and she got a client who was basically arrogant. First of all, his budget. I don't know what he was finding in his budget. And she was a saint to even work with him, one, because I just don't know what he was finding in his budget. And then he was rude and arrogant to her. Like, are you going to help me or not? Like that kind of attitude. Sir, Like, it's not like there are components to this thing. There are steps that we have to go through. Example, reaching out to these agents to see, hey, are you going to consider this offer? Scheduling to see, making sure the house is going to work. So guys, make sure you get with an agent that knows what they're doing, and make sure that you understand and give your agent grace in this time, anytime, because yeah, this seller's market is brutal. And with a lease purchase program, you are in the same market as buyers, as the same buyers that are out there. So please just keep that in mind. Give your agent some grace, because if they take you on, they are in the same market with buyers.
So yeah, some people are just not open to it. So I want people that are looking into lease purchase to know that it's a process, and give your agents grace. It's just not as simple as, here's a house, let's go see it. Like, there are steps that they need to do or look into, and things have to line up. That's one thing that I'm really liking about Divvy. They make it easy to submit offers. Yeah, I was team Home Partners, and not to say that I'm not, but I am really liking Divvy over Home Partners in the aspect of when it comes to submitting offers. Divvy makes it easy to submit offers. Home Partners, if you guys are listening, please, yeah, y'all make it work to get an offer submitted. You have to go to this portal. You have to make sure you have all these documents uploaded. You have to prepare a CMA. If pictures aren't of certain rooms, you got to upload pictures. Like, it's so much work that you have to do. Granted, once you have everything, I have it down to where I can get it submitted in like 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. But that's granted if I have everything. If not, I'm reaching out to agents. Hey, do you have this form? Hey, do you? Yeah, in this market, that's not ideal because time is of the essence. So with Divvy, it's just like, submit. I want to submit an offer. They're calling you. Okay, what do you want to submit? It's just so much simpler to get done. So I think I mentioned everything I wanted to mention. Congrats to my clients for getting this house under contract. Normally the next process would be, okay, we got to go through the inspection process, which, with Divvy, from what I'm seeing, like, they're very, very reasonable. And I've just started working with Divvy. I've heard that Divvy back in the day was different, but Divvy now, extremely reasonable. Even the agents on the seller side are like, yeah, this is reasonable, very reasonable. But with this one, there is no inspection. So we're essentially just riding it out, 2 weeks to closing. And my clients are so excited. Oh my gosh, they are so excited. I'm excited for them. Yes, I am excited. So yeah, have any questions, leave them down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please go ahead and like this video, subscribe. I think that's it. I appreciate you guys. Have a positive, peaceful, and productive day. Bye. I did forget to mention that this house had multiple offers. They also had cash offers, but the agent said that they really, really liked the terms of our offers. The terms of no inspection, a quick closing. This house was built in 2016, so it's a relatively new home. So that is just great. It comes with a refrigerator, the washer and dryer's in there. So that's perfect for my client. They don't have to worry about any of that. They also wanted to counter. So they were countering at a higher price. So initially, Divvy was going to offer that higher price. And then my clients were like, we don't want to go that high. So we went in lower. So then the listing agent came back and was like, my seller would be good with accepting your offer because they really like the terms, but it would be at this higher price, which was a little bit over what Divvy's initial offer would have been. So at that point, I was like, oh man, I can't make it work. So we put our heads together, the listing agent and I, and he's like, okay, well, how much can they do? And I went back to them and they're like, well, what we offer really was our highest. So then went back to Divvy and we looked at the numbers, like the difference between the numbers of what we offered and what Divvy was originally going to offer. It was really, we're talking like $5, $10 in payment. And when I went back to my clients and they talked about it and they thought about it, they were like, you know what? Let's do it.